Ooh, I like the sound of that. Morning, everybody. Welcome back to Comlands and the what was, for me anyways, the 200 horsepower challenge from the Mind and Desk of Crustu, fellow Canadian YouTube channel. 200 horsepower challenge where we started off with a maximum 200 horsepower allowed on this map, and I've since foregone that restriction and opened up the horsepower and I'm attempting to purchase the map one episode at a time every few weeks, it looks like. So I want to say, gosh, the last time we were together here, it might have been like June. Am I right? In June? I think it's June. I checked that and I forgot. I think it was June. So it's October now. I've been busy on the map. I have been playing quite a bit, but haven't been making any videos. So I just, to me, it seems like the way I've been playing this, I was having a hard time. Well, I was just having a hard time making videos, period. Just life's happening and everything, and it's whatever. But and two, I just the stuff that I'm doing now. If you've been following this series, I've had all these, awakening moments as I'm learning how to use Courseplay and auto drive, and I'm I've never, I always joked about how I've never had money in Farming Simulator because everything I do is always, starting from scratch and, pioneer this and whatever. And we started this series off on easy economy, which was like the first time I sold, I think silage we were selling at $750 per 1,000 liters, which was crazy and on hard economy, we're happy to get like $240 per 1,000 liters. Anyway, so if you've been following along this series, it's been a series of moments for me as I learn a new way to play the game. That also includes just how I communicate and share the game, i.e. like when I do an episode now, what is that episode going to be? Is it going to be I'm using Courseplay and auto drive a lot, so is it which becomes farm management more than farming, I think. There's farming elements, obviously, and one of my favorite parts of this game is the vehicles and equipment. I really like that. This method of play, allows you to use a lot of different vehicles and implements, but I'm not necessarily farming the way that I would typically have farmed in the game. Like, I'm not necessarily tedding the grass or whatever. Now I have a harvester with a worker that's working in conjunction with somebody carting and then somebody else, in a forage wagon. So it's quite, it's like that. It's a more like choreographing everything together. Like, for example, right now I'm about to put this mower on a worker so we can go and find the forage pickup so we can get this field mowed here because it's ready to mow. We do not need the grass. I will show you we do not need the grass, but we're gonna do it. But anyways, yeah, so this thing I'm gonna put on a worker here, so just hang on 1 second. All right, so this guy's just about to take our girl. Hey, is that Samantha from France? So if I remember correctly, I had some issue setting this course up originally, so Samantha here is going to leave a considerable amount of grass around the outside. So we may want to go and fix that ourselves after, or we may just say, who cares? We're going to cultivate this field and plant it later, so what's a little extra grass? But anyways, yeah, so there's a perfect example. So I'm going to now leave, I'm affectionately calling Samantha because on our Castle No map, playthrough, I think that's the same AI character as which we've dubbed Samantha. All right, these two were hard at work in actually what was supposed to be the last episode, but because I did attempt to record it, but then screwed up one of the audio tracks, and I just couldn't bring myself to use it. I would have had to do the entire episode, post it with no game audio, so I didn't really want to do that. So I figured, you know what, screw it. Let's just forego the 3 hours of footage that I got and just meet up in the month of October. So I'm gonna get this forage wagon set up. I'm running out of places to put grass. That's a new problem for me. We're gonna take a look here in a second, because I gotta tell this guy where to put the grass. So here, let's quickly go in and have a look. All right, so HG's biogas. Okay, so this is the fermenting silo that's over by the large duck building. So we could send, I mean, that's not too ridiculous a drive to think. I believe this fermenter actually is a new one that we just put in, which I will show you. That might not be a bad idea. I think that's which one it is. I'm not too sure. I know I can label these, but I don't know how. So this one is probably, I don't know where this one is. God, I'm like so unorganized. Just to have a look here at as we go. So the one beside the duck, the big duck building, we have, I'm going to call it effective silage because eventually this grass will ferment. So we have about 900,000 liters of effective silage here. We have, call it 500,000, call it 500,000, call it 1.4 million right now. 1.4 million. Yeah, that's right. That's a big number. 2.4, 3.3, let's say, just rounding. So 3.3, 4.7, 4.8, 6.8 million liters. This is so stupid. What about, let's just call it about 7 million liters of sorry. What the heck? Let's call it 7 million liters of potential silage with what's fermented and what needs to be fermented. And then if we look in the grass, where's the grass dryer? Oh my God. Oh yeah, we got 2.5 million liters of hay, basically. 1 million liters already and another 1.5 million. We have over 10 million liters of grass and grass products. Okay, so let's look also here. Yeah, because if we look in here, that's so ridiculous. So fermented and ready to rock is about 3.5, almost 4 million liters of silage, which values at its high point at about $1 million. Which at $1 million, it was like 3 times that when we were on easy economy. It was crazy. There's the fermenting silo over next to the sawmill. I think I have a couple 100,000 liters of silage there and about 1 million liters of grass in the process of fermenting. So for now, we'll just put it over there. I will get another, I'm going to go get another forage wagon on this. It's worked out well. I might as well run while we're talking here. And then once we get that set up, we're going to go get our harvesters going because we have 3 fields to harvest. And if I look at the forecast up in the top there, it does say rain. And I'm afraid to look and see exactly what that means for timing. But yeah, anyways, I want to get this going. So yeah, I've had some luck mowing recently, and I'll show you where we were mowing, but I want to get these guys running. I've had some luck where I take the first forage wagon and get them to start doing the headlands, and then I take the second forage wagon and I kind of plug them about, a quarter of the way into the up and downs or back and forths or whatever we're calling these, and they sort of start there. So let's figure out where our mower is in this little field here. Where's the mower? Oh, way over there. That is a sunflower field that needs to be harvested. What is new since the last time we met is beyond that, there's a canola field. We'll look at the map here in a second. So beyond that is a canola field all the way up to, it basically goes from the sunflowers all the way up to the trees. Over there is our new monstrosity. Oh, I keep thinking I'm going to put corn in there, but I may even put cotton in there. What? Over there is what I thought was a big field until I saw that field, and that is canola. But the other 2 fields that need to be harvested, you can see over there. One is a sunflower field and one's a corn field. Nice to get the corn dryer going again. All right, with no lights, no flashing lights, no anything, this worker is off to the races. So they are going to be hitting our newest fermenting silo, which is over here. So let's just quickly check something. Yeah, this kind of farming, I mean, it's so when you're on a smaller map, it's just like, hey, now we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna mow the lawn and get these, these 25 bales, but here it's like, hey, we're gonna mow the grass, and if I baled this, and now we're gonna pick up 175 bales. Oh, and then let's go to the next field where there's actually gonna be 300 bales. So I'm definitely having a hard time figuring out the best way to communicate the activities of the map. But I mean, here we just skipped we saw each other in June, July, August, September, and now it's October. So it's about 4 or 5 months later that we're here. So anyways, a couple things over here that I'll point out. One is this new fermenting silo, just because I'm just running out of places to put grass. This is our new cow enclosure. Hello, everybody. Currently have 26 cows that are all happy and healthy, making milk, getting slurry, or whatever you'd say, getting slurry. I have a manure heap back here. I've been putting that into the slurry yard. I've been putting the slurry into the slurry yard and the digestate into the slurry yard. So I've been making money that way. Okay, let's look at the map now, and I'll show you what is going on. All right, here's the map as we see it right now. So here's what we own. Yes, I'm working my way up. So I've purchased these 3 pieces of land, I think perhaps since the last time we saw each other. And I made temporary fields here. So there's a temporary field. We can get rid of these because now it's I've mowed and picked up the grass. But basically there was I took 500,000 liters of grass out of here and put it into one of the fermenting silos. Same thing here. I put just a ton of grass, took it off, and put that into the fermenting silo. So those 2 are good. Yeah, that's a lot. Down here I have, so here's the current state of our crops. This will probably show us a little better what's actually oh wait, that's not right. Yeah, that's better. So here's so canola right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 canola fields. Right, growing. 5 canola fields, actually. Lakeside Field East also. So these fields here, so Mega Field's the same. Wet Spot is the same as last time we saw each other. This that I affectionately called the start because that's where we started. So this field here, the start, is canola. I finally managed to harvest the canola that was here, and remember this side was just sitting dormant. Well, I've now merged them and planted it. This is that Lakeside Field East. This is that big one up on the hill past the sunflowers. And then this is Mega Field. So this one here is actually, it seems like it's been growing forever, but I basically planted it, and then I think I immediately switched over to seasonal growth from the fixed month and no seasonal growth. So it's just been sitting there waiting to catch up. So we'll have a ton of canola when we take these fields here. And then that's going to turn into canola oil in quick order, and that will help us generate the income we need to buy the rest of this map. In what was going to be the last episode, I planted wheat in this field and wheat in this field. I don't think I need a ton of wheat right now. That'll be more than enough to feed the ducks for another cycle. And even the straw, like I have so much straw, it's crazy. Look, I've got 1 million liters right now sitting in. That's just what's being registered, because I think I have a hayloft and I have another building, and it might even be a little bit more that I have. And that's it. So, actually, wait, Mega Field's not planted. No, I have to plant it. So basically, at the end of this episode, we'll have harvested these 3 fields, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fields to plant, plus a decision on these 2 grass fields. Now, if you look at where we are in the year, right now we can only plant wheat and barley. Wheat and barley seemingly have the same. So if I put 1,000 liters of wheat or barley into our grain mill, the same amount of flour comes out. If I put 1,000 liters of oats into our grain mill, more grain, more flour comes out than these. So, but these may be higher yielding. I honestly don't know what's best for us, but right now I'm just kind of hesitant to put wheat into anything, although I guess, you know what, I probably should, because we have so much land. I just, what I want to do is make it through. So forget planting anything and make it through to, you know, sunflowers. I would almost just do the whole map in sunflowers and go nuts there. I mentioned cotton. You know, perhaps when we get into February, because it looks like February we can plant cotton. That might be something to do, and then we just see what it's like to get. But I'm also thinking about doing that on Maz, so maybe we won't do that. Anyways, there's a lot going on, and it's not the easiest to keep track. Oh shoot! Look at that. We ain't harvesting anything if that's the case. There's going to be a lot of grass in there by the end of the day. Okay, let's look at the weather. All right, so it appears that we're going to have rain until basically 11. And it's 8 now. So there could be a few hours of rain. I think what we'll do is we'll check our inventories and see what we have available to us. And then perhaps we'll be selling some stuff in the meantime. The grass is fine. I can do that. I could plant if I wanted. But yeah, let's go into our stock checker and see if we can't get somebody set up. Maybe somebody needs to do a run to town. Actually, I just realized as I was standing over here, I looked over and there was milk, and I know that our aged cheese factory, of which when the prices are high, every 1,000 liters of aged cheese gets about $3,500 per thousand. So $3,500 per 1,000 liters. So. I figured, you know what, let's at least get somebody working while we're looking through the inventories. All right, let's just have a quick look through here. So the grains we're not going to sell. Well, wheat I have that for feeding the chickens, being distributed. We've been growing potatoes ever since we started on the map and haven't sold a single potato. So we're currently sitting with 122,000 liters of potatoes grown solely in our greenhouses. Kind of funny. Seeds, eggs, we're not worrying about that. Wood chips. Okay, so we're gonna go. Hello, wood chips. We haven't seen enough of those on Maz. So I'm sitting with about 150,000 liters of wood, or $150,000 at peak price of wood chips. So we'll talk about that. I'll show you where those are soon. Silage, we are getting so dang close to setting a worker up to go sell silage, but right now if I sold everything, we're going to be 80 grand short of our high mark there. We have 240,000 liters of flour. At some point between flour and sugar, I highly doubt, I honestly have no idea, but I doubt we're going to be able to use all of the stocks that we have. So like if I went and sold 150,000 liters of flour, I don't think it's going to be the end of our world. Same with the sugar. If I sold, well, not 150,000, but even if I sold 100,000 liters of sugar, I don't think we're ever going to use it. Because this is just what we have in storage. When you go into the actual productions, we have stock in there too, because it's been feeding it into there. But anyway, so silage, we could watch that throughout the day and, you know, maybe make a couple $100 grand selling off some silage, of which that's all it's there for, is just to sell. So we have exactly somehow 10th. Oh, I bet you we need to spawn some. These are the bread's probably set to storing and it's jammed up. Yeah, it's jammed up. There you go. That should change things quickly, I think. Bread's weak right now. Cake is not, so we could spawn cake. That's only 5 pallets of cake. And we could take that up to the co-op. Cheese. Between cake and cheese, there's $27,000. But here's why I want the oils. Sunflower oil, 222. There's $600,000 right there. Olive oil just keeps chugging based on our little olive orchards. I think let's set grape juice to spawn, and we'll set cake, I believe was the other one. We'll get a truck on that, and then we'll get a tractor on that. So I'm going to use this. So I have stuff everywhere here right now. I've been busy. Like, I've been playing the game and making a mess at the same time. Where are you going? All right, well, that guy is going to take the first row. the first load, sorry, of grape juice. I guess grape juice only right now. Don't really know where the guy's going. We have spawned more grape juice over here. I think there's another 22 pallets in the building, and then over here we have the first cake pallets. Oh, and we have bread pallets, but I don't recall bread being at its peak. All right, well, let's take, so you don't know this tractor and you haven't met our new trailer there. So this is, let's go over here and fill up. This is a tractor that popped up, it was like 60, whatever the max discount is, I think we're like 62 or something like that, % off. So I like the way it looked. I'm not a fan of the way it drives now that we have it running. It's a Russian tractor, 350 horsepower, something like that, I would say. I mean, it's pretty customizable, which I'm usually a sucker for anything that's customizable. But in the end, I don't know that it was a good buy. I got some seeds up here first. Before we go into there and fill up, let's go up here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go over to your mom's house and we're going to plant barley. I just have this little stash of seeds over here. There you go. Okay, let's go head over to and when I say let's go to your mom's house, I'm not talking about your actual mom. I'm talking about the field that we named your mom's house. It's right across the river over here. So while it's raining, we may as well start putting some. We'll put some barley in the ground, and those will be, and that'll be it for sort of those grains. And then once the spring hits, it'll be oil crops. Wait, finished work. Okay, let me go check on Buddy up there at the store. Oh no, this is not who finished work. The mower finished work, so I gotta get the mower out of the way so those guys can keep doing their job picking up the grass. So I think what we'll do is we'll put the mower next to our wood chipper because that will likely be, I mean, the next grass will likely come from over this way. Oh, the tree first, perfect. So I already have a John Deere tractor over here. I might as well put the mower over here too, and then when we purchase the next fields, this will be in perfect position for us. Yeah, I've just been clearing this out here and plugging it all into this stationary wood chipper. I figured that between the logs that are here and then the ones that are up on the top of the hill where we're going to own, actually we already own part of it anyways, but I figured there'll be a lot of trees. Maybe we want to, I don't know, create some wood chips. Why not, right? Oh, caught this guy just in time. So this is the first load, somewhat of an oversized load, but and not even the full load. Back this up so we can get those ones sold. Alright, so I didn't even look to see what the first amount was there, but I'm assuming it was pretty good because we had, did we have 40 grand and now we have 86, I think is what maybe it's going on here. Okay, I love this tractor. I love this, like, compared to that Russian tractor that I said we got this new tractor, this thing is fantastic. 625 horsepower. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, I've got that orange Steiger coming back down to the farm here, so we'll get it loaded up again, but in the meantime, let's figure out, so this, I think up until now we've been using a 6 meter seeder. This is an 8 meter seeder. So, hello. That milk cart's going back to the sort of milk area there, so we can just hang out. Yeah, so I love setting tractors off to work, and then it's cool when they come past you. Okay, I'm gonna get this guy set up. Yeah, see what I mean? So like a juggling act all the time. All right, a couple screw ups. I guess we're gonna see how I made this field too, but later. So what do we got here? Barley, okay, good. This one, I got this guy to start here and inadvertently, well, first set it up wrong, so the worker was going to go to the wrong place anyways, but then also never changed it over from wheat, so it was starting to put wheat in the ground. So, well, hopefully it'll just go over what it already tried to plant, and then we'll get just a nice field of barley instead of a combination field. Okay, well, the rain continues. Let's see if our friend is back yet. Actually, as I was cycling through, I saw this. So we have the guy still doing the headlands. See what I mean? The headlands take forever. And then we have the other guy coming back from the fermenting silo over by the cows. The coolest thing for me with using Courseplay and AutoDrive together, I guess, is seeing, at one point I had 6 vehicles working on screen, and it was just, I don't know, it was just cool to watch, right? I mean, when I was a kid, I played in the dirt with my Matchbox cars, and I used to like driving up and down hills, and they would make tracks, and it was really cool. And you know what? Now we have Farming Simulator. FS25 is talking about ground deformation too, which would be even if it's not like excessive like a snow run or a mud run or whatever, games I haven't played but I've seen gameplay. Even if it's not like that, if there's something, it would be really neat. So anyways, yeah, I was toggling through and I just saw that, so it made me want to jump in here and tell you how cool I think it is to see multiple vehicles working together. You know what I mean, lady? And here is our transporter, so let's get ourselves lined up a little better. Actually, we'll go pick up the cake at the same time here. But, oh, look at the bread. Well, bread produces so quickly that if I happen to sell some of the bread prematurely, it's not really the end of the world. We're going to produce more of it quickly, right? I'm wondering why I'm not showing the amounts. Like, normally I'll show, beside the speedometer, I'll show sort of like, it'll show how much is on the trailer of each product. Okay, let's change that back to storing. Storing, that's good. Now we'll pick up more grape juice. There you go, I hit a sweet spot, so it's just loading. But I don't think it's going to put... Oh yeah, it's going to do another... is it doing another level? No, I don't know that it's going to do a... Oh yeah, okay, good. It is doing another level. I'm going to drive through here one more time and see if I can't entice it to... Oh yeah, look, and now it's giving us the totals down there. So weird. Why do you do the things you do, Farming Simulator? Okay, so there goes more income coming our way. And we have this guy in here doing the seeding somewhere. So we'll check on that guy in a second. Alright, sorry, I had lost my train of thought there for a second. I ended up going to grab a coffee. Let's just shut that off and load this plane. Let's land this plane ourselves. Load this plane. And that's not even an airplane. Yes, anyways, I was... feeling the need for some caffeine, so I stopped to make a coffee, and honestly, I don't know where we just left off. I do know that we had a bunch of workers going, though, and that we're going to be selling some stuff here. So let's see what this one's worth. Nothing better than making money. I wonder if the economies will change at all in the next Farming Simulator. The only other game I play, I don't say by myself, but without playing with my kids, because we play a bunch of games, especially my youngest kid anyways. The only other game that I play is City Skylines 2, and they just went through a massive overhaul when it came to their simulation. Now, I guess this isn't really this is a simulator, but this is a simulator that we control. Yeah, where the simulation in City Skylines is you're literally building cities, setting up all the infrastructure, and then letting the Sims sort of live in your world. So it was due for some changes anyways. There was a lot of stuff that was broken, but I'm curious to see what. I wonder if there will be any changes with the economy come FS25. My plan when we get to FS25 is, provided they don't launch with any massive bugs, which we saw that in City Skylines 2. It was a very difficult game to play at the beginning. Some would say maybe it's still a difficult game to play, but it's such an awesome game. Anyway, the modders have made that game. But anyways, yeah. So if you remember when FS22 came out, there wasn't a lot of mods even, I think, right? Not a lot of mod support. We had very few maps. Sorry, taking a sip of my coffee. Oh yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. I won't do that again. I'm sure that was just brutal. Nothing like, I was watching this guy play Farming Simulator, then he slurped his coffee, so I unsubscribed and never went back. But yeah, I provided it's a smooth launch, I will dump this like a hot potato and move on to the new one. I just can't see where, I remember debating he's 10 now, but when FS22 came out, he was big into FS19. The mods were cool. Like there was so much cool stuff about it. And then FS22 came out, which would have been a little bland compared because there was really nothing except for just the base game available. So his sort of argument was like, well, it's I want all the mods, I want all the stuff that I like in FS19. So he played FS19 for quite a while, and I was already on to FS22. I wonder what that launch will be like. Like, it would be cool if at launch time they already had it seems like the relationship with some of the sort of core modders in the FS realm are sort of in the loop, and they seem to work well with the manufacturer or with the developers. So it would be cool if these modders had early access to be able to create a suite of mods that could launch at game launch. Now, there's probably some stuff around why you can't do that, and maybe a lot of that is performance metrics. They gotta make sure they have the game's doing what it's supposed to do maybe before they can start worrying about mods. I don't know. I don't know about that kind of stuff, but it would be cool if we had some stuff available right from the get-go. But in the end, I don't really care what we have. I'm going to play the game and love it no matter what. So if we have a series going, I have no idea. I mean, we ideally we end all series when that launches and we start some new stuff, right? But I mean, realistically, that's not going to happen. Maz is going to be it's November, right? It's coming out, so we have basically June. We're pretty much getting close to done, right? What the hell? Where'd June go? So we have July, August, September, October, and then it's in November. So we have basically a little over 4 months before that game launches. So, I mean, if I can't finish Maz in that time, this in that time, and then we're over on Castle No, which I think there's no real goal per se there. It's just a matter of having fun, and maybe that will be one that we play right until FS25 launches, and then I believe the European map is going to be Zolonka, which came in the last update, I guess, from Giants. So that'll be the European map. No word yet on the American map, but I understand in about a week's time at FarmCon, we'll see gameplay and have more information about the American map, and then there'll be an Asian map, from what I understand. I don't really. So there'll be some options, but maybe our farmer over there in France will find another reason to move and end up moving to FS25, and then we'll just sort of end our other series. The series is I would like, before FS22 is gone, to get onto No Man's Land. I've not really had a crack at that other than playing myself, as not recording content, and then playing with my kid a bunch of times. We've started a bunch of playthroughs there, but so I would like to do that. So I'm kind of half thinking that it would be nice to get this series done, own the map, and then move on to no man's land, of which then we can sort of play that right until the end. But we'll see how that goes. It was actually kind of funny. I came to check on our worker, and so they had made it back. So I helped them get grape juice loaded, and then I actually had a look at sunflower oil was good to go. So I figured we'd get as much of that loaded up as we can. We still have quite a bit, so we're gonna have a few more runs here. And then I spawned some lettuce pallets. I think there's about, I don't know, $7,000 in lettuce pallets or whatever. But so we did that. Then I came over here and I went to go set this up to go head off to the co-op, and somehow as I hit like activate for the worker and disconnect the trailer at the same time, and the worker took off without any of that stuff. So I had to run and grab them so they could not take off. So yeah, we have 6 pallets or 12 pallets or something of lettuce over there, and then we have quite a bit of, there's about 35 pallets still in there, I think, plus these pallets. So it should be a couple $100,000 in sunflower oil sales too, so that'll be good. All right, and just double checking. These guys are still plugging away. So worker, this guy is going to get through this headland here soon. Like real soon. And then when he does, he's going to look for something to work on. So we'll be back. What I do know is that I've been recording for 47 minutes and we haven't even touched one of those fields yet that are going to be ready to harvest. So that's interesting. We got, quick recap. So we've mowed and picked up grass. We have set stuff up to sell. This is kind of it, right? Oh, and we have somebody planting barley over there. So that'll be our one barley field, and the rest are going to be dedicated to the pursuit of oils. Which okay, so when you're intentionally going after one type of crop and one type of sort of production, that really selling prices peak at a sort of, very specific time of year. I've never done that, but my guess is that it probably means there's like some downtime. Downtime meaning, we could harvest, let's use sunflowers for example. You can only plant sunflowers at a certain time of year. You can only harvest it at a certain time of year. And then the sunflower oil's only worth its most at a certain time of year. So that could mean some delays and gaps in what we do. So it might mean that, we're in the month of October right now. We may, actually looking at it, the next episode of Comlands might actually be in like March and not through the winter. And then I just basically would maintain the animals, for example, and then go from there. Okay, let's see where this guy was going. How about we look at everything? There's the matrix. All right, I'm just guessing that if I put the worker on this one, let's watch for a second and see if they'll do these three lines, or whether I got it in the wrong spot. And then we should be able to jump up to the case. We'll get the rest of that stuff sold, and then we kind of probably got to just wait until it's time to harvest, because we want to get these fields harvested. We're not going to have anything else to plant, so I'm guessing the balance of this episode is going to be continue selling what we have spawned and planned to sell, and then harvest. Where is this guy going? He's probably going over this stuff. So perhaps what I should be doing right now is trying to find the best way to cart. Where's the best place to sell silage right now? All right. So, well, yes, it looks like the animal feeding is going to be the highest price by $1. I'm sure as hell not driving all the way there when I can just go to the sell everything container, which is in our own backyard. I don't want to prematurely sell the silage, but there's so much of it that it's not going to hurt us, and we're going to be creating more relatively quickly. So, yes, I think obviously we're going to get the grass picked up here. we won't be planting it. I may cultivate this this grass field in the other one. Yeah, I think we will do that for sure. And then, so between harvesting, selling a bunch of silage, selling off the rest of what we need to sell with that orange case. Yeah, this orange case. Let's just get the rest sold. They seem to have something against that last little bit. All right, I just wanted to bring this up here because this guy is going to be spraying this field the second our friend is done seeding it, which it looks like he's doing a great job. Man, this field just looks so much better without, without the weeds and everything in it. Your mom's house was starting to look really dirty. Let's get that guy rolling. Let's get this guy out of the way. Oh, I do not like... If I could sell stuff, then I would sell this tractor. I don't like it. Getting a little muddy, eh? Alright. Okay, so this I'm going to park over here because these two grass fields are going to get planted. This grass field right here and the one over there where they're currently taking the grass off of. We're gonna ditch these grass fields and plant them. I've been bringing this over here non-stop off camera to fill this thing up. It's been crazy. Just found the sweet spot there. Okay, let's get this parked out of the way though, so we're not impeding the progress of anybody else, because one of our tractors bringing grass off the field over there has been emptying it into that silo back there. So alright, so we'll park that there. Alright, this is the guy that we're going to get set up for silage sales. Ooh, look, it's 11:20 and it's still raining. The forecast was wrong. I mean, we have 2 days in October that we can we have 2 days in October that we can harvest, so that's good. But they definitely were wrong. Okay, so we have these two trailers here. I don't remember what the capacity is, but they are definitely set up for silage. Let's see what we got over here. So this first, I think this is the first one with 2 million. It's just so crazy. 2 million liters of ready to go silage. Is that this one? 2 million liters. Okay, so what if we sold 2 million liters of silage? That is crazy. Okay, what's this called? I don't know what. I don't even know what this silage. What is this? Oh, the OG fermenter. Okay, are we immediately missing? Perfect. Let's just see what happens on this first one. I want to see what weird and wonderful route this driver is going to take. I'm not sure if you heard that, but I did take another sip of my coffee. I was trying to avoid the microphone. Oh, the rain stopped. All right, so as soon as we know this guy's going in the right direction, then we will be... Actually, I'm curious to know how... I'm curious to know what the capacities of those trailers and how long it's going to take us to get 2 million liters out of there. So we're going to get 34,000... Oh gosh, I'm getting my calculator. Let's see if you can beat me to it. So 30... So we have two... Hey, what about the other trailer man? So 2 million divided by 17,000. So it's 117 trailer loads. I don't know why the guy didn't fill up the second trailer load. All right, we may go shopping for another trailer here. But in real life, I have a graduation dinner to go to. My son graduated high school today. He's 18. Look at that. Kid won his first race on the weekend, his first overall moto, meaning he did best in his class for the series of races that happened that day. And he graduated today. So good job, kid. Go get a job. Anyways, I'm going to go for dinner, and we will pick this up right after that. Okay, I'm back from dinner. That was many hours in real time and just a flash in your time, in-game time. Just taking a moment here to enjoy the view. I do like these tractors. That Versatile Canadian brand, I believe made in Manitoba, is that right? Anyways, so I said I was going to cultivate these grass fields and then think about what to do for planting. And then it kind of dawned on me at one point, if all of what I'm trying to do is going to be oil type products, then while I probably shouldn't cultivate this, I should probably just leave it, and that way in the spring we can take a cut off of these fields before we cultivate them and then plant them. But then I thought, you know what, by the time we get to the spring and we own, we'll have cut down tons of trees, we'll have sold lots of silage, we'll have done all the things. Ooh, here comes one of the new trailers too. Anyways, by the time we get there, we'll have so much grass we won't know what to do with. So these two grass fields will be inconsequential, as they say. Let's leave this guy for a second. Let's just run over here. So this guy who's about to come through here is pulling one of our new 55,000 liter trailers. He is now responsible for doing loops with silage. Instead of $17,000 at a time, we're going to send it through at 55,000 liters at a time. Hopefully he reaches the trigger. And yeah, anyways, I in hindsight, I probably could have used the forge wagons, but then I wouldn't have got to buy a brand new trailer. And I liked it so much, I actually, whoa, I bought two. Oh man, slow down. What the hell? This guy's going so fast. I bought two of them. This one we're going to use for carting because I've been using these little 20,000 liter trailers, and they just fill up so fast. I think actually our big harvester, the capacity is 20,000 liters or more, so it fills up just incredibly fast. So I will use this trailer here for carting with the big harvester. So that changed since we last met. I got a lot of stuff. I was up to about $500,000 at one point. I got all the sunflower oil sold. I sold some bread by accident, but I sold it. I sold cake. I sold lettuce. Grape juice all sold. I think that's it. Now we're just selling silage. Oh, I've been collecting vehicles here, so let me get this out of the way. This thing looks pretty sick, but it looks even better when it's dirty. Not everybody might agree with that. Okay, let's look at this. I need to set up a parking lot. Earlier in our Comlands journey, we had like parking 1, 2, and 3. So I could send stuff back to one of those 3 parking spots, and then I could always go pick it up. Right now I've been sending everything to where you dump the inputs for the cookie factory. That's not ideal, but it's what I've been doing. All right, let's get to work here. The balance of this episode is going to be dedicated to harvesting and placing crops into their rightful spot, be it a production or a silo. In this case here, I guess corn is going to go into the corn dryer, and the sunflowers are going to go into the oil mill, or the old mill, which is our oil mill, so that's good. So this one here, we're going to go attack the sunflower field in the back there. I think is, let's just take a quick look at what our biggest opportunity is. I'll just safely perch myself up here so we can check out the new gear. I like the style of trailer, it's pretty cool. Okay, let's look. Sunflower, corn. Actually, you know what? I thought this was a smaller field and this was bigger, but not necessarily the case. So we'll go, maybe we'll go hit the corn first. So I will not be taking a straw swath off of any of this. Corn and canola and sunflower have not been providing the best results when it comes to straw, so no problem, no surprise there probably. I just had to pop back over here and get the right header. I realized I was trying to set up a course and it was giving me like a 12-meter header, but I knew that I had something larger, and then I forgot that I had this. Now I don't recall using this. This is a 15-meter header. I don't recall using it. I do remember it being expensive. This stuff's insanely expensive. Okay, there goes that beast. Now we'll go back and get somebody set up to cart for this guy. This is sunflower, so this is going to go right into the old General Mill. Alright, if we got this correct, this guy should be on his way to wait for the harvester to need to be emptied, and then he should empty and then go dump this. Oh, come on, guys. Curious to see how that header does on those, like, see the curved section on the other side there. I ended up taking some of that out. Did I? No, maybe I didn't on this one. I think he's going to kind of be all over the place because once those longer width headers get into the uneven ground, it tends to push them all over the place. So let's see how it goes. Just kidding. How's that? Oh, look, the magic's happening. It's working. We're just getting the harvester set up for the corn, and I thought, let me go peek and see what's going on. And look at these guys, although we're missing a whole patch at the corner here, but you know what? We can fix that after. It's working. Oh, I wonder. I think this guy missed a whole section in the middle. Yeah, that's a big section of sunflower. Oh, that's okay. We can fix that after. Oh, only 1.3 million liters left. Okay, now we got this guy going on the corn. I hope that this works. I always get confused when I'm setting up, and I've done it a few times now. Oh, easy. Didn't anticipate that. This guy's barely hanging on. Come on, man, you can do it. Ride that wave. Get on the other side. Ugh. There's almost a bit of a measurement problem here, because it was trying to recognize the header as 7.9 meters when I was setting up the course, but then it's listed at 8.2 meters, so I had to override it. And then I went 0.2 outside the field to make sure I got everything, and I'm wondering if that's screwed this up somehow, and this is what we're getting. Oh my god, look at the line. Alright, so obviously we're going to have a little bit of fixing to do here too. Let's, for all of our sake, or mine in particular, I'm looking at, we're 50% full. Are we going to make it to go? We'll make it across here, right? It would suck if I didn't make it across and then the tractor I have set up to cart for this guy decided to try to come in and drive into the river to unload. That would really blow. Alright, this guy's going to be calling his helper here any second. I see the tractor on the move at the cornfield. Please don't drive in the creek. Oh no, don't go that way, man. There's a creek there. Alright, we should be okay. Yeah, the other, the guy harvesting the corn is like pre-calling for the tractor. It looks like he's got the pipe out already. Alright, we could be okay here. Although it looks, I'm watching the guy in the corn and he's kind of going behind some of the stalks, so it looks like maybe something's. It could be the way the field's set up. Who knows? I'm not going to sweat a little bit of material here and there right now. The tractor came in hot over there and then slammed on his brakes. All right, these two over here are behaving really well. I don't know, when it works, it's just so awesome. I like the fact that the entire time we're doing all of this, I can just see my money going up and up and up. Okay, well, we have almost, well, we got a little over $500,000. Let's take a look at what kind of fields are available. I'm kind of going in this across phase, but let's see. There's nothing saying that we have to do that. So we just mowed this. I really want to stay away from, you know, perhaps making this a field. No, don't do it, man. And this a field? No, I don't need that in my life. We just need the grass. I mean, this is going to get us a ton of trees. Oh, we got a little piece in the middle you can't get. So I guess I should probably, for $169,000, there's not a massive mowing opportunity, but if I 169, 178, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I'm not in a huge hurry to mow, so I guess we just continue along, right? There, bingo, we got that row. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows done. So once we're done with these harvests, and we have the dried corn put, we have the corn put into the corn dryer, and we have, where did this guy go? It's still here, right? I kind of like to make sure this guy dumps into the corn dryer properly. Once that's done, and once all the sunflowers put away, like I was selling sunflowers right now, and this is the first month of October, so the sunflower produces so fast, the oil, that if the pricing is good right now, we may be able to sell the sunflower oil on the second day of October, the stuff that we take off the field today. Why does that guy just look like he's sitting back over there? Actually, that's not even the case. Sunflower oil is supposed to be in March, but we had a good price on it. Granted, we cost ourselves $300 every 1,000 liters, so it did cost us some money, but, you know, that's okay. You know what I just realized? I have nowhere to sell dried corn, or it's not registering the dried corn. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just not registering dried corn in the in my inventories, because maybe it's not seeing it in that silo. It's kind of weird, though. Dried corn, June. All right, well, if we can hang on to it, so never mind. If we can hang on to it till June, we're good. I don't know if there's a specific production that we can make. You know, I see here corn oil. Blech, that sounds gross. But yeah, if you let me know if you know of a production that we can use dried corn for rather than just waiting until June. In June, it's worth $745. I guess in hindsight, making just corn oil and not going through the process of drying the corn might have been a little more lucrative, eh? Okay, well, that's good news. These guys are cruising along. Our cultivator is likely done, so we're going to go check on that. How's that for timing? Let's go DIY on this last stretch here. As much as I love these, or this tractor in particular, I should say, not these tractors, but they're very, like when you're playing with mouse and keyboard, they're very jittery. Like it's hard to tap around a corner without the whole torso of the tractor just kind of twitching around. I see that someone has a full grain tank. I'm thinking that's the corn guy. I doubt it's the sunflower guy, because I don't think he's going to have another full tank. I think he's just going to finish the field, and then we're going to have to get him unloaded. All right, nothing missed up here. What do you think? Should I rock pick these fields? Or is that just one more thing we don't need to worry about? Maybe I'll just lime the field and leave it. Lime the field, be done with it. This is going to be full of weeds, likely because we just shallow cultivated it and then throw some lime on it, and then I think we'll have a nice weed bed until we plant it and spray it. If I had plowed it instead of cultivating it, then obviously there'd be no weeds. That's a bit. Share the road, boys. Slow down, slow down. What? Okay, that was good. Nice job. 55,000 liters of sunflowers. And then we're going to do another field there. So, I mean, I'm guessing we should have, 100,000 liters of sunflowers, no? All right, let's go check out the harvester because we got a little bit of cleaning up to do on that field. And then not too much longer, folks, and we'll be saying see you later. But we'll leave with some parting plans because I think I'm going to end up accomplishing a number of things between now and the next episode. I do like that. I think we're going to do a big chunk of stuff between and then do another kind of recap. And I just see the money going up, so that's good. This guy looks like it had just decided that it was done. And that it needed to be unloaded, but not actually the case. Man, look at that. Wait, this is the case, but not like that. Alright, we're just going to get the missed bits. That includes the side hill over there. Anything else we can find. The nice thing about this harvester is it cruises along at 50 kilometers an hour when you're in driving mode. So it's not too hard to get places. This is where the nice wide header comes in handy. Maybe four more times up and down and this will all be done. Somebody blocked by an object. Alright, we gotta get back to that other harvester, but this is kind of I find this kind of annoying. Like, what's happening here actually is that the front, the harvester, or the header is putting so much downward pressure on the ground, it's pushing the front of the harvester up, and that's why I'm getting this weird drifting effect. So it's not cool, I don't like that. Have some cleaning up to do, and then after this I think we're going to probably want to eliminate we're going to want to probably swap this header out. Well, we got to just put the header away and then buy a new header, basically is how it works. But this is this field's going to prove to be a little bit more of a challenge than we deserve right now. We deserve a bit of a break. What are you doing? Alright, we're gonna leave our corn friends back there to figure it out. I almost think that I gotta add that dynamic header height or whatever it is, where you can raise and lower the headers. The only problem is that I can't remember where now, but I run into issues somewhere else and I don't remember where that is. I wish I could remember. Then I could determine whether or not it made sense right now to install the mod so I could lift those headers, like the corn headers. I'm finding that more often. I just had that problem on Maz too. If you saw whatever the latest episode where I bought that, we found the harvester on sale, and then when I went to go buy a corn header for it or something like that, corn sunflower or whatever, I couldn't find anything. I found something that worked, but it doesn't even work perfectly. Everything drags on the ground. So I don't know if there's something I'm doing something. I don't know if there's something I'm doing wrong. Like, I think it would become controversial if no headers fit the combines. So if I can get this across the bridge, we're definitely going to want to use this, not that other header. Wait, I put the header out and then this guy shows up? Or I put the pipe out and this guy shows up? Really? So I didn't know that if I was driving the harvester, this guy would show... better. I think what happens is I need to stay still when I know he's looking for me, because he locks onto a position, and then if I move over a few feet, he goes to the position but doesn't adjust. This one we definitely want to get across the river. Sorry. Oh, that other harvest is going to be a nightmare. Look, it keeps hitting a section in that field where there's like lowered ground, where there's like a puddle. You can see the puddle, and then it slides into the puddle and doesn't come out. Okay, there's definitely some weirdness going on over here. So I just testing my theory. I just put the pipe out, and lo and behold, the other guy, the cart is coming, so that's good. I don't know what to do over here. This is not cool. This header does not seem to be working well for me. I may have to just take over and butcher this as best as I can, and then once I get this whole section here done, I can throw it back on the worker and he can kind of keep cruising around, at least get the parts that doesn't have this this hole here. I may just leave it at there, folks. I'll get the I think it's probably best, and then I'll fix it anyways. We've been recording for a considerable amount of time anyways, so we'll get this field harvested one way or another, come hell or high water, as they say. Yeah, we'll get some stuff done here, and before we do anything too major, we'll get back together and touch base. Where are you going? All I want to do is unload this corn. Okay, bye. On that note, as things have been going so great here, it only makes sense that a piece of equipment would lead to extreme disappointment right at the end. But it is what it is. Actually, I probably could have called it, because I think I was suspect of these wet spots way early back in the game when we first started playing this map. I remember questioning the wet spots, the untrusting. I could not trust the wet spots, and now they're come back to bite us. But anyways, so that's where we're gonna leave it. I really appreciate you guys hanging out and watching this foolishness. I swear, we're a couple good harvests, one good harvest, maybe one season, who knows, away from being able to buy the map. I got enough money right now to buy some more map, actually, if we needed to. There's a bunch more grass out there that we're going to be mowing, and other kind of painful stuff like that. So come back, join me again, and I will see you later. All right, take it easy.